Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Scott Rideshare. Welcome to my first live stream. I'm going to fill up some space a little bit at first, see if I can get a few more people loaded on here. Um, how is everybody today? Everybody going well? All right. So listen, I do want to, again, welcome to my first live stream. I do want to tell you a story. uh, I'm kind of learning how to do this live stream thing, so I didn't really schedule it because I wasn't sure how this was going to play out. Consider this a practice run. Now, it should be posted on my regular YouTube channel, so people should see it. I'll also post it on my Facebook page, and I'll make corrections as I go along with things, okay? Anyway, what I wanted to do is tell you a story. Uh, if there's anyone that has any questions, you can go ahead and type in the questions. I'll be able to see it on the screen. And what I'll do is, like after the story, I'll answer any questions. I have no idea how long this live stream's gonna go. Again, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to figure this out as I go. Some of you may have noticed that I am wearing glasses. Yes, I am an old fogey. The past couple of years, I've been noticing that in order to read, I've needed to use glasses. And that's what the glasses are there for, so I can read any comments that pop up. Okay? Anyway, let me tell you this story. I thought it was pretty funny. I hope you will too. But this had to do with um, I was driving, I picked up this guy, and he was sitting next to me. Now, most people that sit next to you have a tendency to be more friendly. You could talk to them, you have more of a discussion with them. It's less so when somebody sits in the back. Uh, Not that they won't talk to you. A lot of them do. You have a lot of great conversations. But in some cases, what happens is they making text messages, or they're on the phone, or doing something. I've had people with briefcases open up the briefcases and they start working. Can't really get a lot of talking done at that point. So, but when people sit next to you, they have a tendency to be more friendly, more open. They want to have a conversation and they want to engage. Although that's not always the case. There was a time when I had somebody who who got on, and what they did was, uh, I started, asking them how their day was, and was talking to them about the music and the destination, all the things that I normally talk about with people to kind of gauge whether they actually want to talk on. And he didn't really respond too much, but he did put his buds in and blast his music on his phone, which I guess tells me that he did not want to talk to me. Anyway, I was this particular individual. We were talking, and of course, one of the things that almost always comes up is, where are you from? And he was actually from Key Biscayne. Now, for those of you who don't know, Key Biscayne is not like part of the islands. It's not like Key West. It's actually part of the mainland, and it's it's really Miami. But a lot of people hear the Key and they think it's one of the islands, but it's not. But he was born and raised in Key Biscayne, um, and I was, you know, anytime that I do run into a native in South Florida, most of the passengers are from somewhere else. Even if they live there, they've moved there from somewhere else. You don't always have a lot of passengers that are natives to South Florida. In either case, this particular individual, uh, I almost always say whenever I meet a native, wow, you must have seen a lot of changes since you've been here. Of course, whenever there's somebody who, um, whenever there's somebody who is in their 20s, mid to early 20s, and they're uh, going through, and I asked them about the changes, they haven't seen a whole lot different changes than I have because I've been down there for so long. It's usually older people that can sit there and say things like, "Oh yeah, homestead used to be cow pastures, plantation used to be nothing but farmland," things like that. But it's the older crew. Um, in either case, this particular individual, we were talking about that, and at the time we happened to be driving through Wilton Manors. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Wilton Manors, for those of you who don't know. Wilton Manors was, it was kind of a depressed area. I don't want to say run down or beat up or anything. It was just kind of old. It kind of runs close to the train tracks, which is, when the train tracks were built, people kind of built around it, uh, not too far from it, because of course you had the Everglades and everything. Couldn't really go too close to the beach because rich people had that. But you built in they kind of built in the area, and it's like an older type of city in Fort Lauderdale. And what happened was is when it needed a paint job and stuff like that. And what happened was when I moved down here, I noticed that there was construction going on. And as a result of all the construction going on, they really built the neighborhood up. I mean, they built it up so it's really a beautiful neighborhood for anyone who goes through there. The thing is too is that a majority of the people that have bought and built up in there happen to be gay men. And I myself have not really gone through it too often until I started Rideshare. And then, of course, going through it, I'm picking people up and I'm dropping them off at the clubs that are there, the bars and the clubs that are there. And I'm picking people up from there and, taking them home. So in the course of that, of course, I run into a lot of gay men. And some of them are, they're kind of flirty sometimes. A lot of times they're kind of flirty. Some of them ask some kind of probing questions. A lot are really direct. Are you straight? Sorry, man. Yes, I'm straight. Sorry, ladies. Yes, I am straight. Sorry, I stole that joke from somebody else, and I just had to use it first chance I got. Apologizing to women for being straight. Anyway, what happened was is as we were driving through, I mentioned that a lot of the guys that I pick up there, really nice guys. The guys I'm taking there, really, everyone's like friendly. I've never really met people who were jerks coming to and from Wilton Manors. And it has happened where I have run into jerks, but it's outside of Wilton Manors, not going to Wilton Manors and not coming from Wilton Manors. It's very rare that I run into somebody from Wilton Manors that I've had to take in or pull out, drive to or drive out of Wilton Manors that have been rude. Just the vast majority of people have been nothing but great. So as a result of that, my riding through Wilton Manors is always a pleasurable experience. It's beautiful to look at. The property values are pretty high. And I myself have had dealings with people within Wilton Manors that have always been good. So as a result of that, I tell the guy, yes, I like to drive through Wilton Manors to pick up guys. Now, he was agreeing with me. We kept doing it back and forth the whole time, and he was agreeing with me. And as soon as I said that, there was this uncomfortable silence. Because that becomes a great out of context quote. So I, as a result of that, it was just very uncomfortable for a really, really long time. And I thought that was pretty funny. So, we just kind of changed the subject and just kind of moved on with that. And I just, that's the deal with that. So that was that story. I thought it was very funny. I hope you thought it was funny too. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I don't see anyone in the live stream. I don't know if this is even going out live. I would consider it a success if this actually did go out live, and if I can post a video after the fact to my channel so everyone can see it. So I'm just going to forge forward. It would be considered a success at that point, and I would learn things like how to schedule live streams. I also kind of need to build the channel up a little bit, but I'm learning how to do this because I want to gear towards other things. So that's one of the reasons why I'm practicing on live stream right now, even though no one's watching me live. Anyway, if you like the video, please like, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification right next to the button subscribe. I don't know why, but the algorithm's a little weird, and it you won't get notifications that I've posted a new video. So in order to get the notifications, hit that bell button. Also, I mean, you don't have to stop what you're doing and watch it, but you'll at least know that I've posted a new video. Right? Makes sense. And most of my videos too, just for the sake of it, you don't really have to watch it. I mean, it's kind of me flipping an eyebrow, my hands are flying through the air, but you could put it on and do something and just listen like the radio. I'm not really doing anything visually interesting, I don't think. But in either case, go ahead and hit that bell button. Also, share it if you like the video. All of this stuff helps my algorithm and helps me grow the channel. So it's no sweat off your back to do any of that. So just go ahead and do it if you like it. If you like it. I would say do it anyway. Just hit the like button. I want to see how many likes we can get. But if you do. Also, if you want to make some extra part-time money, go ahead and take a look at the links down below. There's links to sign up for Lyft. There's also links to sign up for Uber, and you do get a referral bonus on that. And I would recommend doing one, riding whatever the rides are, getting the referral bonus, and then going to the other one, and turning off the first one and getting the referral bonus on the second one. Then you could put both of them on and do what you need to do. Pay off that bill, get that vacation paid for before you go. However you want to do it. And what's great about it is you don't have to really worry so much about your boss, calling in. If you don't want to work, you don't work. If something comes up, you need to take care of something, go ahead and take care of it. You're your own boss, pretty much, which is one of the biggest advantages, I think, and why I did this. So, in either case, there's also a link down below called UServe. You can hire your favorite driver.